welcome you to Kanukre TV. Here is the servant of God, Paul Ej. I hope everybody is doing well. Today we are going to look at how Lebanon and Israel war could be escalate in the Middle East, and then even drive all the nation into the situation. It's very, very serious. We have been talking about that for a while, but you could see for now things are getting worse. Brethren, this is the end time news always we bring to you, and we always compare the scriptures to what we are saying. And this is not something that is different from our eye. It is happening. It's happening, and our witnessing. Everybody, the whole world, we are hearing news everywhere. Everybody knows what is going on. So I'm going to talk about it and plead to the world authorities to be very serious, concerned, and do whatever that they could do, maybe to stop the escalation of the war between Israel and Lebanon. After the 7th October, when Hamas invaded Israel, on the 8th of October, the Hezbollah started also firing Israel. And there have been increase of their rockets. Sometimes they can fire them over hundreds of rockets. And Israel is also saying that the word, or maybe the diplomacy, must work to drag the Hezbollahs out from their border, at least 20 kilometers or 20 miles away from their border. But it seems nothing is happening. For now, if you go to the northern cities of Israel, Galilee and the other cities, the Israeli government have evacuated over almost 12,000 people to the south, and they are living in the hotels. So the Israelis have 10 refugees in their own country. And then the government and the war cabinet are saying that enough is enough. They can't sit down to look the Hezbollah continue to do what they are doing, so that they could become the strangers or refugees in their own country. So if the diplomatics cannot do anything to stop the Hezbollah continue to fire them, they will take it in the military way to drag the Hezbollahs out from their border. And these are the things that maybe it could happen. And if this thing comes on, what is going to happen in the Middle East and then to the world? We shouldn't forgetting that Ukraine and then Russia also, their fighting is going on. And Russia also is warning the West, especially the America, that the Ukrainians now are striking Russians in Crimea. So Putin is saying that he have vowed that he's going to retaliate to the Russia and to America, as they have allowed Ukrainians fire them in Crimea. So I was asking that Crimea belongs to who? So we know that Crimea is part of Ukraine. And then 2014, Russia, as we know them, they invaded there, and then they fought there, collected there from the Ukrainians. So if Ukraine is fighting their back, why do you want to maybe encounter or retaliate to US? So that the Ukrainians are using the ammunition against them. We don't know. So if Lebanon and Israeli war shouldn't stop and drag many nations to it. So Russia-Ukraine war, now Lebanon-Israel war is bringing something to this world. So these are the things we are going to look at it, and we give our thoughts. Now let me take it from here. I'll bring it to our language, but before, let me take this news. It's a news that I'm giving to you, but because of biblical news, that's why I'm just giving you explanation. Hezbollah's on foreign recruitment with the fear of full war with Israel. Britain. Now, we hear that Hezbollah are recruiting the foreign army or the foreign troops to join them to fight Israel because they are afraid of full invasion against them. You can't fight, and then you are boosting yourself. Meanwhile, pro-Iranian groups vow to fight or fighters to Lebanon to help. So the Iran and then Iranian proxies have vowed also to go and support Lebanon. You see what I was saying it, Britain. That's the reason why I am saying UN. If UN is there for peace, they must do something before it is too late. Because what I have foreseen here is that these Iranian people, if they come to join this war, automatically Israel will never spare them. And we know Iranians have the nuclear reactor. Automatically, by all means, Israel will attack them. Israel will attack them. And if they attack them, we have Chinese there, we have North Koreans there, we have Russia scientists there. By all means, they are going to be affected. And I don't know. Russia and then Israel, they are not living now in peacefully, as we know before. So automatically they will come and join this war because of their people that they are going to die through maybe the strike of Israel against the Iranian, what do you call it, the nuclear plant. So if this thing happens, it means that's how things are going to be. So this war in Lebanon is very crucial. It will drag many people to it. So that's why Americans are trying to avoid it, maybe to stop Israel not to invade them. But what the Hezbollahs are doing, I don't know a country which sit down for this thing going all the time against them and saying nothing. I don't know. Because of that, bleeding, that's why things are going to be worse. So you should be very careful. And then we pray that these things could not continue like that. I wish you had the ten say Santokwa we baswa said the echo kakona chesibiti miabaso. A baswa and Lebanon phone. Even the Israelis are saying that the Israel government have said that he's not going to invade the Hezbollahs, but they are going to invade Lebanon as a whole. Because they believe that now, if you go to Lebanon, their airport are being used by Hezbollahs. And so many government official things are being used by Hezbollahs. So the Israelis saw that the Hezbollah government who are allowed the Hezbollah attacking the Israel. So they are not going to invade Hezbollah, but they are going to invade what they call it, Lebanon. So if you are invading Lebanon and then Hezbollah, the Hezbollahs are a very, very powerful army in the Middle East. And you know, the Syrians will join. Then Iraq, they also vow to join. The Houthis are there. They also will come in. And then also Iran, because they are the process. The Iran, they have built all this army surrounding the Israelis. So automatically, Iran, they have already said it, that they will join the war. Brethren, let us say, you some of the allies of Israel also will come in. When it comes like that, the war maybe is going to escalate, even travel from Middle East to other part of the world, other countries in the world, or other continents in the world. So never forget that we have missiles that can travel 10,000, 8,000. So whatever you are, you are not, you don't have peace. You have no freedom of this escalation of the war that you are talking about. We shouldn't sit here and think that maybe it's the Middle East alone, they have their problems. We are all going to suffer whatever that's come from it. So if I continue reading the report, I have it here. Iranian media reported that many groups express willingness, and I say express Wagners to support Hezbollah. You see, the Wagner for Russia for the Wagner group are the Russian people. Are you now seeing what I was saying? Iranian for Bebrino, I express said this is Iranian media. They say Iran for TV station. I say or media and assassin free. So say anybody be to me say Omunkofa Wagner former Boa Hezbollah. Also, an official from an Iraqi group, Iraq, told the news. Told agency AP that advisors were already in Lebanon. Into Omua, a columnity in Timaya, Omo Bua Hesse, a Becoson. Omo. Internet is the air caution. Hezbollah could fire as many as 5 lead missiles in an open war with Israel, said Lebanon's Grand Mufti Sheikh Ahmed Kalim. He said, in case of an open war between Lebanon and Israel should expect the launch of some 5,000 missiles from southern Lebanon into the occupied lands. The destructive power of these missiles can send the occupying regime back to 70 years ago, he said. We there, Lebanon for Labatu just said, or more, akudie ene enioma umbetimi atwako Israel. Achese umbetimi agins asin ye fi Israel for some fear do so achi ni a umbetra asase no so. Akudie ano den. Achese it's very very serious, Britain. Hey. Na meno enyabwa. But let him tell you one thing. The God of Israel is not dead. He's still alive. So whatever they are saying, they should be careful. And yes, sir. What do you say? Wedding Kunimsuna Udin Kugu. Hezbollah stolen large quantities of weapons in Beirut airport. Report says, as I was saying, ammunition, troops, and so many things are coming through the Beirut airport, the capital. You see, so that's the reason why Israelis were saying that they are going to invade the whole of Lebanon. Something is coming to this world. Something is coming to this world. Something is coming to this world that we must be very careful. We must pray that these things could not come. So this is not the first report of Hezbollahs on hatred use of the Beirut airport, but it comes during growing escalation between Israel and Hezbollah and the fear of an all-out in Lebanon. Ever though the Lebanese Transport Minister Ali Hamed said it was all just a slander. Ushia. Until not the air caution, these are the things that is going on. We don't know what is going to happen. Abushia. Now, Mammy can't show Mammy fat this thing I may explain into our language. Between Israel and Hezbollah war, a very dangerous, far more than Israel and Hamas. You see, the ten say Hezbollah for no tokana Iran for I imagine say on be Johnny war. Or say Israel is not fighting Iran because Iran for you woman. Though my better to me that April 14th or so. Yeah, and none of the Yamiadum Bonibia and Tuesday and Tino Israel for now taking it serious. But for now, no, say Iran for be joining Tokwana, and just say Iran for any Israel and Tokwa. And whatever it is, no, they will try to defend themselves. I'm talking about Israel. Then Houthis are there, they also already joined. Just past a year escalation. But this thing is going to be higher. And then Iraq almost ISIS, this jihad is in now almost they have showed interest to join Iran, then to Lebanon. Then Syrians are also there. Russia is there in Syria, the northern part. So this confirmed according to the Bible, Ezekiel 38 and 39, and it is true that this prophecy is maybe coming true. Maybe this prophecy is about to happen. We don't know. Not your own. Then the Kobasa, the Yashan say, Kobasa no, Nietie Piano, Isa for Chiroma. They also have allies, though America focus Isa for Kontokano. And that's all Metao Mochi. But yes, so the relationship between America and Israel was very high. In Techese, the Tibia maybe a year America will join Israel. America join Israel. Say a year Russia and so a bit me a journey. Bit me a journey. Russia baby journey. Say a quiet third world war. So I foreseen that this Lebanon, Hezbollah and Israel war, maybe it could turn into third world war. You should remember, say, already Nankasano, a year, your friend saying, Russia and Ukraine war is going on. Yeah, and you know, a dinchimu abba Iriasia, Europe, and the Western world, no, Siciano, just say, any Russian anti Ukra. They are threatening go both all of them. Wait to two-way nuclear, wait to two-way say, yeah, North Korea, Kim Jong-un, or also any Russia assign agreement say we better say Russia so on Baba Buano. We wish to say North Korea so no Russia so Buano says almost or my say NATO almost join the same NATO. Then China is part of them, Cuba is part of them, Venezuela. Then all this ISIS and the pro, they are part of it. So what is going to happen? So if UN will be here, this is the time I say UN be just 1 year, there's 1 year like 1 year favoritism. Said the Biano, we have resolution, a lot of resolution against Israel, but nothing happened to them. God is with their side. So I just say, and you know, Sabine say UN, Ebem, no shake on for Santo Kwana Emma. And yes, I stand to Basso Dia. Any Yanka who say, Iwiase is going to face a very, very dramatic war we have never seen before. And Ebema Revelation chapter 6 no case a combebano, a no class a combe because this war no later they're going to turn into nuclear arsenals. The Bassadia in Iwiase no ever call or say, we can create any news we see a bro who near my air coso. Na ansana and then measure share na subscribe your channel on my emission. We want you to share and subscribe the channel for us. But before no, we know that Gallant also in US is a lead defense minister. You have Gallant calls on America to stop Iran from getting nukes and said, things are running out, or time is running out. Abushia, we have got a America. In send us in and the man maybe and Kosuye. And in defense minister of a year, your friend say, Israel. Now he is in America. No, quite as I'm according to you and say, America, sorry, no moon see Iran quine. A war, nuclear weapon or more yen. Is and say, a idea, a bread echo, time is running out. I say, the more yen, it seems that time is running out. Something is going to what happened. Israel has made an appeal to its ally, the US, to counter the growing Iranian nukes or nuclear threat. Israel on Tuesday, that was yesterday, labeled Iran as the greatest threat to the future of the world. The guy tell you say, America for ten, the chop papa, so mushe na BBNC no musi kwine. And yes, idea, Umuni say, Iran is going to be a very dangerous country that will be threatened in the world. When you are there, you have gallant Edia Tuja. You so mako Ekwakusiki, Ebia, unse Israel for no America for no boa mo akodie pa na say Joe Biden na on pese odi akodie nbeko. Na eno na Joe Biden your friend say Israeli Prime Minister beka say omo delay akodie almost 4 months near enya the bad enko. Washington Ababi deny say it wasn't like that, but it is true. 4 months in America for intimate for akudi here na omotim ne Lebanon edia boni no enye day emfa mai and intino the chuchu kakra by but you have gallant echo amomo ko say niema nyina beto takwa mneja omanyo ko falbe ko so ato so na emwa ne bibia so omo yedema wo omotimi aye edia ma wo mo abushia we ni kasebo a ekoso na nima bebre na ekoso ya nyankopɔ ya adoma Awurade makoyo china betimi bi so esade abremu we Kanukwe TV news project concern the scripture Bible no and fulfill things are going west, so everybody should be prepare and know what to do. Jesus is coming. Yes, that's how things are going. Kanukwe news, Lebanon and Israeli war escalation. What could happen? What could really happen when the war is break out? We near there and pay Kanukwe TV at the Brewer Radio Queni. Shen say, Nanko Poyadma, Ebe Saba Bishia Ochana.